Hey everybody, it's Alex here and welcome to a brand new episode of Swansea Beat. Welcome back everybody to episode 13 of Swansea Beat, and today we're going to quickly recap the Carabao Cup fixture against Manchester United. Let's get into it. So obviously we lost 2-0 on Tuesday, but I want to take away some positives from the game. I felt like our midfield, I think we found some of our good players. I feel Key had a really good performance. And this is a controversial thought, I know, according to some fans, but I felt Massa did pretty good as well. You know, sometimes he was a bit disappointing. Obviously, he was leaving his position quite a lot, but I felt like he broke up play well, and I think that's his job. Even though he's just came in here, we can't expect him to do Nemanja Matic style. We can't expect him to be world class already, but I felt like he had a decent performance, and I think those two people, I think they should be playing in a couple of hours against Arsenal. For me, another positive thing is, I said in the last video, I feel like this is a chance for us to concentrate on the league. I think, being out to the cup at the moment, I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to just solely concentrate on the league. And even though it would have been cool to have a cup run, I feel staying up in the Premier League is our main objective, and I feel like that'll be, I'd rather stay up in the league than rather be relegated with a trophy in our hands. Another positive, Ollie McBurnie made his debut, and I felt like he had a really good performance. I haven't seen him perform in the under-23s. I haven't been to an under-23s match before. I've seen highlights of him, and he's very much a fan favourite in this club. And fair play to him. He had a great performance. I feel like his work ethic showed, and he had a good few chances. I feel like he could have scored in that game. It was fair play to him. I think he just proved that he needs to have more opportunities in our first team. Even put him on the bench and bring him on in the second half. I don't mind. I'd love to see him play, and I feel like he can deliver some goals. What's the worst that can happen? We're not scoring at the moment anyway, so why not bring him on? So some of the negatives, which is a bit annoying, I felt Sam Clucas, I felt like it was a very poor performance, and I felt like he proved to me why he's not worth £17 million, even though it's an overinflated market. He's not worth £17 million. He shouldn't even be near the pitch. I think he's a bench player at best, but hopefully he proves me wrong. He may feature against Arsenal today, I'm not too sure, but I'm not a fan, and until he proves me wrong, I'll say he's probably one of our worst players on our field. So another thing was sloppy defence. Jesse Lingard got 2 goals for Manchester United, and I felt like both of those goals were very preventable. It just took one sly movement from Man United and our defence was split wide open. Jesse Lingard was through, and fair play, it was a nice finish into the bottom corner of the net. It was a nice finish, but it was very preventable. I think we didn't read it properly. It was a good move for Manchester United, but one touch can't split a defence just like that. You should need to be reading those sort of things. Even in the second goal, when Jesse Lingard had a header, I think it was Damian who crossed it in, and I feel like Jesse Lingard is one of the smallest people on the pitch, from Manchester United's perspective anyways, and somehow he made a run in. It was a good run in, fair play, and he got the header, and it went, into the net, and I just felt that was a very preventable situation. There was 2 of our defenders in the box, and yet we can't mark Jesse Lingard. Good header, but at the end of the day, but should you be letting a very small guy in Jesse Lingard be getting to those headers quite easily and letting a goal in the net? But we've always known we've had a sloppy defence when it comes to crosses or even set pieces, but maybe it's something we can work on today against Arsenal. I felt another negative, some of the fans have been pointing out as well, that the atmosphere was very poor in the stadium, and I felt that as well. I was in the North Stand by the Manchester United fans, and obviously we know Manchester United, they have very passionate fans who just sing the whole game, and I felt Swansea used to have that, and then in the game it was just very silent. It was very eerie, like hearing pretty much nothing coming from the Swans fans. They were singing, but then it just died out within a matter of seconds, and it was disappointing to see, to be honest. Like, we were a very passionate club who would be that type of team, singing non-stop if we're winning or losing, but now we're in a situation where even the fans' morale is low. They don't feel good about the club at the moment, and that's a shame to see. I don't know how we fix that, and obviously you don't want to see your team lose, but it's the case of when you're a football fan and you stick by the side, you have to be committed no matter where you win or lose. I was trying my best to sing. Obviously United fans are very hard to come up against, because they'll just shout you out, and like they will constantly be singing. They're very passionate about their team. But at the end of the day, if we're like going down to United fans, I feel like what's the point? Like, we are not being passionate about our club. We're not even singing that much. Like, you know, at the very beginning of the game, the usual things to sing hymns and arias or Come On City or whatever. And literally, I just felt an awkward silence about the stadium, and it was really eerie. Yeah, and it's really annoying for me. It's really annoying just to see Swansea City fans not be feeling great about the game, not wanting to sing, just feeling like, you know, maybe it's just a cup game, people say, but I feel like even in cup games, Swansea fans showed up. Like, you know, we were non-stop singing, we were always going for it, you know. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be, you know. Hopefully the morale picks up, you know. If we get something against Arsenal, maybe the morale will pick up again, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so something's wrong with the fans, and I don't really know what. Yeah, just hopefully, you know, maybe just morale, because we've got, you know, we're down in the table at the moment, we're not doing very good, and, you know, maybe if we get a couple of points in the next few games, the morale will be higher, and the team will start believing, and the fans will start believing again. On the more positive side, let's preview this Arsenal game. So, quick injury concerns. There's no Mustafi for Arsenal. He's out with a thigh injury, and no Danny Welbeck, who usually has a good record against us. He's out with a groin injury. For Swansea City, Olsen's out. He had a hamstring thing against. Well, he's expected to be out again in this game because he pulled up his hamstring in the middle of the game against Manchester United. Bonny out with another hamstring, and Renato Sanchez is out with a thigh injury. So the history between these two, we've played 12 matches against Arsenal, we've won 5 and we lost 6, so it's not, and drawed 1, so it's not really a bad record, especially when you think of Arsenal. They're known as the big club, even though they don't perform like it. You know, we have a decent record against them. We have 3 away wins against them, which is the second highest, because Chelsea got 4 away wins and we're just below them with 3, so if we match them, we've got the highest amount of wins at the Emirates. You know, no other team will be able to do that. Form-wise, well, Swans fans, we already know. We've only got 1 win out of 5, which is the Huddersfield match, and 3 losses out of 5, which was Leicester 2-1, 1-0 West Ham, and then 2-1 Watford. Arsenal, 3 wins out of 5. Their last game, they beat Everton 5-2. Brighton, they won 2-0, and West Brom, they won 2-0. And they lost their game, which we haven't common with them. They lost against Watford 2-1 as well. And yeah, you know, obviously form-wise, both teams are, you know, very opposite. Like, we're doing very bad, and Arsenal are doing okay-ish. You know, they're doing pretty good for their standard. Well, their fans' standard. They're doing okay-ish. I feel like our record at the Emirates can stand out today. Maybe we can pick up some points, and I think, you know, it may not seem really stupid, but I think records actually get into players' mind, and I think it could be an opportunity for us to be like, we have a good record here, maybe we can pick up something here. You know, and I'd like to think Arsenal's defence is quite weak at the moment. They do concede a bit. Like, I think they've had 3 clean sheets in the past 5 games, or 2 clean sheets in the past 5 games, and they conceded, obviously, twice against Everton, twice against Watford. You know, I feel like, you know, they've conceded quite a bit, so maybe we have a chance. So the danger men are pretty obvious for Arsenal. Mesut Ozil, who had a great game in the last one, I think he got man of the match. Obviously Lacazette, a very, very prolific striker. He hasn't really provided loads at the moment for Arsenal, but I think, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Lacazette, and I feel like he can deliver for them. And obviously the main man, Alexis Sanchez, very dangerous when it comes to goals, assists. You know, he's an all-round striker. He can do anything and everything. And then midfield is quite dangerous. Well, not midfield, but wing backs, Hector Bellerin and Kolasinac. You know, they're both very good players, and I think we might struggle to maintain Bellerin's pace and Kolasinac's physicality on the ball and his crossing ability. So my predicted lineups for Arsenal would be probably the same squad they played against Everton last week, which would be checking goals, Mertesacker, so 3 at the back of Mertesacker, Koscielny and Monreal. 4 midfielders, well, 2 wing backs and 2 midfielders. So yeah, right wing back Bellerin, 2 centre mids would be Ramsey and Xhaka, and then left wing back Kolasinac, right forward Mesut Ozil, left forward Sanchez, and then obviously up front on his own will be Lacazette. Swans' predicted lineup, obviously with Olsen out, people are saying, should we play midfielder out of position? But I feel like we're going to do something different. We're going to do the smarter thing, I'd say. So obviously in goals, Fabianski. I think right back we're going to play Angel Rangel. Two centre-backs, Fernandez and Mawson. And left back, I feel like we put Norton in that position as Olsen is out. Midfielders, I would like to see Messer and Key play in this game. So yes, I've gone for Messer and Key, and Tom Cowell as well, who's doing okay at the moment. And then the front three of Narsing, Tammy and Jordan Ayew. So the predictions for this game, I don't really know what to go for, as I would like to think I'm quite confident in this game, even though we have a bad record at the moment. I'd like to think, since we have such a good away record, I'd like to think we can get a draw in this game, because we usually show up against big teams anyways. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So thank you everybody for watching. This has been Alex. Me and Dustin will be back recording on Tuesday for the review of this. So please leave a like and get ready for the review on Tuesday. So please leave a like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on Tuesday.